morning. I'm Dharma in the bright light, and this is going to be your daily. It's tarot, it's channeling, it's Lenormand, it's intuition, it's tribe time. It's just silliness on steroids, okay? Buckle your seats for tons of fun. It is 24 to 36 hours, or really from tarot story to tarot story, the most important snippets of time that you might experience during that time. I'm mostly clear audience, so what I hear it's what I hear. So it's usually conversations. Nobody knows we're here. I just put out the notification for this like a second ago, and I am releasing Gemini right now, like literally right now. Done. Save. Okay, so Gemini's live. I did Taurus and I did Aries as well. I wasn't feeling the extendeds today. I tell you what, I've been physically exhausted the last couple of days. People said it was because of the moon in Pisces. It also could be because I got a stupid COVID shot and I didn't want to get the COVID shot. Now I have placebo effect and I think that I'm dying, but I'm not. Okay, that's what happens when you get forced vaccinations in order to, whatever, utilize a very, very expensive college degree. I can feel it too. It's heavy. It's heavy town. Heavy town. All right. So all kinds of people are here now. I think the notifications just went out. So nice to see all of you. Tribe news, besides the fact that the springtime zodiacs are done. Oh, there's a flash sale. Surprise, surprise, surprise. There's this flash sale like until 8 or 9 o'clock or until right before I go to bed. If you want a half-hour reading with me at my website, dharmajane.com, you can get that for $50. I never do that, ever. Okay, but I decided to because why not? If you want a reading right now, right at this moment, you can head on over to betwixt.me. Please make sure that you are supporting the other Ravens too that are over there. They want to talk to you as well. Okay, I have a queue, but they do not. So make sure that you're calling everybody because those people read for me all the time. So if they're good enough for me, they should be good enough for you too, right? I only have to have one. They're not requiring that I do the booster, which I appreciate because I totally wouldn't have done it. No. But they're not even requiring you to wear masks in the hospital anymore. So I think that's dying out. So I know I was never going to do it either. My kids didn't get it. I mean, this is not a political channel. I just didn't want to. I never got COVID. I don't usually leave the house though. But it's a little bit different when you're working in the hospital. So it's fine. Are you ready? Can we get started? Flash sale, springtime, zodiacs are up, and shenanigans. I think that's about it. I think that's it. I'm turn this heater off. All of a sudden, I just got really hot. Think I'm in love again. Of course, that's what I would hear. So you have the bright mother. And that just fell on the floor. And she's very busy. I always say this about the bright mother. This is like 4 o'clock, something like that. She's got things crawling all over her. It's a bunch of hubbub. All right, she's handling it, but she gets interrupted. And that's a baby, so it might be something new. It's in her hand. And you might get anxiety really fast, like out of nowhere. Like you're totally fine, and then you get anxiety. And here's the thing. Some people think that the anxiety that they're feeling is theirs, but if you're an empath, it might not be. It could be somebody else's that you're picking up on, and it feels like out of nowhere you get this. It's Ace of Cups and Romeo. I think it's surprising. It might even be that you can feel them coming. it's surprising. I don't know why it's so surprising, but maybe you're just trying to brace yourself for when this person comes around. And there it is again, this new beginning, this passage, this gateway. I feel like somebody wants to be let in on whatever facet that is. Because there's a lot of baggage here with the albatross. Whoever this, it's like we have somebody here who is rock solid. The white characters that are all whited out, like black and white, in this particular deck, they're made of stone. And so they're rock solid in the way they look at her. And she's a little, maybe it's just because she's busy. She doesn't really have, maybe she just doesn't notice it. But it's victory. It's some kind of recognition. Stepping stones. So there's a lot of chemistry between you and this person. It's like a fantasy, it's like a romance. But it looks like they're in your vicinity somehow, whatever that means. And the more and more I read this energy, I'm wanting to like curl up in a ball. Kind of just, I don't know why. Maybe because they give you anxiety. I don't understand the record. She's probably expecting for this person to start some shit. I don't know why. It's just it's the look on her face mixed with the anxiety. But you have the swans. That's my point. I don't think that she sees this one as a swan. Her part-time swan. That's not a thing. Swans are not lovers part-time. That's not a thing. So King of coin with the six. There might be gift giving. Okay, so they want to say something to you. You might see somebody be like, and then they keep stopping and you're like, did you want to say something? I mean, the bright mother, her face is she's like, listen, if you're going to keep stopping me and interrupting me to say never mind, why don't you just spit it out? I got shit to do. And they're like, here. 5 of Cups. They're disappointed in themselves. They're disappointed in a lot of things. 10 of Swords. The Fool. Knight of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. I heard, I'm sorry I released you. This person acts exactly the opposite of how they feel. And it feels like it's caused this bright mother to become cold towards them. But there's all these messages about how to fix something, about how to make it better. Hey, Jude, don't be. Take a sad song and make it better. Tower. there's this like instance where they see someone else around, but you're not, it's like a neighbor or something, and this Romeo character gets all like upset, or I don't know. It's like somebody comes in and tries to play this like Romeo character, and they're trying to make this communication on how to fix it, and here's some gifts and presents and money and whatever. And she's like, just doesn't really have time for it, probably because she doesn't believe them. And then during that same time frame, somebody is in the near vicinity, like within a couple hundred yards of you, and Romeo there sees it and automatically assumes that they, I don't know, they just freak out and leave. Like Knight of Rods, like they just leave. And it, I don't know, it causes drama. And that's probably why this Queen of, Bright Mother is like, just, she wasn't really willing to hear it anyways. And then they throw a fit. It's like, I don't know, you have the whip here and the Wolverine. The whip it's a whip. It's arguments, fighting, abusive, tense, painful, anger, repeat over and over again. And the Wolverine is fierce and unpredictable and a power struggle. And it's like, if you notice the difference in the dynamic, this Romeo is sitting here. She's like, no, I don't want to talk about any of that because whatever. And then they storm off. They leave mad. If I could title this particular tarot story something, I would title it that. They leave mad. Big mad for whatever reason. My kid is playing deathcore in the background. Does anybody else like the throat singing? Is that a thing that other people like? I enjoy listening to it because I have a friend who listens to it. And I always go and look up the lyrics because I don't understand what they're saying with the screaming and the deep guttural demon yell. Okay, the guitars are usually pretty good. I'm about it, but I like to go and see what they're about, and they are sad songs. I don't know. It's kind of hard to hear spirit when I have that going on in the kitchen. I also like double bass a lot. Yeah, there's a time and place for it. I'm not really sure that 2 o'clock in the afternoon doing dishes is, but hey man, my kid has a mind of her own, all right? If that's what floats her boat, then float it away. Do what you do, but at the same time, it's distracting. Very distracting. Like so distracting, I might go in there and ask her to turn it down. Yeah, I better not. The dishes are getting done. I probably shouldn't say anything. No, she is Capricorn moon and rising. She doesn't give a fuck about dishes. She's like, can I crank up my music? I'm about it. And she does extra. I love it. It's so helpful. So this is later on. I don't know what time frame anymore. So you have 2 people who are sitting, just sitting. This is a gift, all right? You've been getting messages everywhere. You may have seen this person's name repeated over and over again. You may have had a dream about them. You may have they could have bird-like features. This is the card with the nose issues. They could be wearing a boggin or a ball cap. Both people are sitting down very, very still, whether or not they're together, like in the same room or not. You could be in separate houses and just both people are sitting very still. It's asking for each other at the same time. And and it's like the fairy godmother hears both people right at the same time, wish granted. It's communication. I can't think. It's so loud. I'm not trying to be the bearer of like killing the music or anything, but I can't think. Abigail. Bro, I'm live. You have to turn that down. I can't. I can't think. Turn it down, please. She goes, bruh. Don't you love it when you graduate from mommy to bruh? I'm sorry, it was a lot. I don't even know what I was talking about here. Oh, asking for each other at the same time. The moon, the fool, Ace of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Some kind of truth comes out. It's long, way overdue communication with this Emperor that you have ended it with because there was burdens and there's the fussing and the fighting and all of that. Tell me about the truth that comes out here. Somebody's like, I want to move. Like far away. I want to do that. I want to move. And it's kind of like I want you to come, but it's like I want to move. Wheel of Fortune. There's an apology with that. Someone talks about options. Judgment. I mean, you might get invited to somebody's house, but I think part of the thing that you figure out is that this masculine, if you're the feminine watching this masculine thought that you had more options. And I don't think you did. There may have been other people around, but just because somebody else is around doesn't make them an option. And so they just poured themselves into work. Could have Leo in their chart. And they're like, you're my Queen of Pentacles. What are you going to do about that? I love you. Get over it. Did you need any more info? Or I love you. Get over it. Fucker. Magician. The stork. The waterfall. This was the information that you were waiting on. You were waiting for them to return and to say the things that I don't know why they hadn't for a while. Maybe just everybody needs a little time away. Her to say from your body. After all that we've been through, now we'll make it up to you. Mm-hmm. Feels like come here. Her to say from each other. They miss you. You guys ask for each other at the same time. And that's why it all works out. And it feels like the whole big thing is, yeah, I love you. Get over it. And it feels like there's a come here. Come be with me wherever I am. Just come here. From your body. Is that like 10:30 or 11? It's just later on. Sexual tarot. Oh my God, how many cards are there? Thank you. This is later on. Weasel. Judgment. Six of Pentacles. Lots of sixes. There's a lot of hugging. It feels like hugging. Like somebody, even if they are, this is the sexual tarot and there's no sexy cards here. Every single one of these images is an embrace. It's like you're being treated like an empress, being held, and the emperor. You guys could be sitting around watching TV or something. It's later on. This is King of Swords, Emperor. You could have crazy hair. Tower. Ace of Pentacles. And they are talking about stuff in a way that what's being a Lotus said her son calls her weasel. Oh my God, I lost it. Oh, they're saying stuff, or I don't know if the way that they obtain information is to ask questions and to see what you say and then to ask another question after that, right? But they have questions about a pregnancy. And they're being very gentle with you. And you can just tell that they're behaving different, like they're trying to find out information about a family and a new beginning, and they just are telling you about their anxiety, I guess. They're talking to you. They are trying to figure out how to create balance in this situation because it's already ended and they don't want that to happen again. So it feels kind of like, what is it that you need to, I heard remain stable. And maybe you get mad at this person. Maybe you're fine and you are temperance and you're whatever for however long, and then they do something and you become untemperance, which I would say that's a transition from temperance to justice, right? Because sometimes we talk about the fact that temperance is whole ass complacency, where you just agree with whatever just to keep the peace. And that's okay for some things because some battles are not worth it. It's not worth your peace to try to fight that battle, but sometimes they are. In which case you need to step out of temperance and move into justice, where you're like, this doesn't mathematically equate. And so they have the opportunity to talk and they want insight, and it's almost like they don't necessarily understand what flipped your lid or flipped your switch, and they want to know. And They want to know your secret. They feel like you're keeping secrets, but really you're the supportive friend, a faithful, loving, devoted companion. And this has been ripening with age. It's an emotional conversation because it's like, it's almost like, why are you asking me these things? Like if you don't ever want a relationship, or if you're not trying to move this forward or any of that, why are you even asking me any of that stuff? And it's like, if you would pay attention, they're a king of swords. They're asking you those questions because they are analyzing you. Why though? What's the outcome here that this King of Swords is looking for? It's like because they want to decide if they want to be in or out. And I mean, I think they like your answer because you have Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Sun. And 9 of Cups. So if you think that somebody is questioning you a lot, or they're acting out of character, or they're acting strange, it's because they feel strange. They are planning to say things to you. They are planning to, say stuff. I don't know what I'm losing my juice. Say stuff. What does that even mean? They've got something up their sleeve. Okay, so this is like maybe even like 5 o'clock in the morning. Something surprises you. I don't maybe necessarily think you were expecting to hear from this person, or whatever anxiety you had before, it goes away because they give you some kind of hope, something, someone here, it's love given is love received. It's it's the bear. It's passionate. Return. It's a text. You wake up to a text. I love it when that happens. You wake up to a text. And it's the arrival or the return of someone that you have deep, deep roots with. But this is a really good friend of yours. This is the bear, the boss, the chief, the judge, CEO. Could have Cancer in their chart. They may have texted you something when they were drunk, which is why you wake up to it in the middle of the night. Someone found change. I don't know what that means, but they found a new beginning for this Empress. And they want to meet. New beginning. Might find it it might be like an ad. You might find something on the internet. Someone found change. And they are so gentle with you all the time. but maybe you don't think that they are because they give you anxiety. This is an invite or an offer to go and do something. And I think it shocks you because you wake up to it. The King of Rods. 10 of Pentacles. You've tried so hard to let go of this person and you can't, or you don't want to. They don't want you to be a Queen of Wands anymore. I mean, it's the King and Queen of Wands, so it's a match. It's a passionate match. But if this person had you in a position where it was nothing was defined, they don't want to do that anymore. They figured out a way to make change, to make something more permanent. And it's coming from the heart space, and it makes you feel really good. They found a way to make change. And your response to it, this person probably has a big ego and they like your response. It's lots of gratitude and lots of glee. They might want to go on a trip with you somewhere. And they're like, hey, I'm getting ready to go do such and such. And I was curious if maybe you wanted to do that. And yes, I would love to go and do that. Do you get a chance to maybe like 8 o'clock, Ace of Wands, the Sun, the Temperance and the Ace of Swords? You're like, I get in my truck, I'm going to come get you. And you're like, okay, the Devil. This person is just absolutely magnetized to you. They think that you're gorgeous. They think you're beautiful, like just hands down. And whatever this is they're about to present to you, it's 9 of Cups times 2. Tickled pink. What's the Devil? Okay, but the Devil is that you know that they're insanely sexually attracted to you. You know that. And you haven't been speaking to them a while because of it. That's the thing, fellas. It doesn't really matter how we know that we're sexy. We have mirrors. What else do you got? Like if that's all you're interested in, it's a no. But it's 9 of Cups. Ace of Cups and the Strength. You get tickled pink here. I have no juice left. I have to turn around and release Taurus. On a business trip. All right, this is right before the next tarot story. You're going to accept somebody's offer. It almost feels like an honor too because they have lots of options. And they want to give it to you and it feels really good. Oh my God, Ace of Pentacles. The offer is accepted. The Devil, no. And the Sun, offer accepted. Yeah, that'll do. 9 of Cups, that's my point. Right before you come into the next tarot story, you are just stupid happy and some kind of offer is accepted that's going to change a lot of things. 10 of Cups. I heard you're never going to have to be alone again. And you're like, really? Emperor and Empress. And 10 of Pentacles. That's my point. You're on a total energetic match with this person, and they somehow an offer is accepted. Okay, can we get one card, please, for how we're going to be leaving the next 24 or 36? Might be exhausted, just physically tired. You might be debating on telling anybody about that offer. You might just not want to tell anybody. One card, please. It's like looking at the fruits of your labor, I guess. I really just hope this works out. That's all. Somebody's afraid. I mean, it's like, yay, offer accepted, all the glees, all the yays, but it's scary. I just really hope it works out. Yeah, there's the confusion again. It's like you have somebody next to you, but they've got blood on their hands and you're injured, but you've accepted the offer, so maybe think long and hard before you do that. There's something about whatever energy we just read just now that has absolutely drained me. Hi, Luella. Nice to see you again. That was a draining message right there at the end. So I don't know what that's all about. And guess I'm going to leave it there. Flash sale for the rest of the day. All right. As soon as I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to turn that off. And if you want a reading right now, you can get at us at betwixt.me and check out the membership side for all of the other shenanigans. Okay. We'll be back on tomorrow afternoon for a moons in Taurus. So hopefully things will be far more Netflix and chilly than they are now. I love you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.